Hello, Arlington. Today, your stretch tip of the week is hips and buttocks. Lie down on the tummy. So, sorry about a little disturbance of my husband. I'm trying to find my little daughter running around somewhere. So, I want you to bring yourself over to your mat and we're going to just go into a nice child's pose. So, knees wide, big toes together, so your feet are together. And I just want you to slide your body weight down on your mat and just allow your head and chest to sink down. Let your elbows drop to the ground and just allow your body just to come into that curve of the spine and feeling your weight sinking down into your hips, down into your heels. So slide your hands in slightly and just gently push on the mat to feel yourself grounding deeper down through your buttocks. And that stretch should occur just into your hip flexors and down into your lower back. Take a few more breaths. And then slide up onto your hands. Bring yourself forward, closing your knees, tuck your toes under, and just lift yourself up into a downward facing dog. So an upside down V. So in an upside down V, I want you to bend your knees, lift your hips, extend your spine and press strong through your arms. And then just walk through your legs briefly just to wake up those hamstrings. Squeeze your abs to lift your bottom high. So really feel that beautiful lengthening through the back of your body. Ground your heels, look forward and then very lightly swing your front knee forward to your front hand. And your foot wriggles its way towards the back hand. I'm going to slide my back leg away. So my heel of this leg is sitting underneath my hip bone. Pigeon. So I want you to lift up tall and feel that stretch. Sink your hips equally down and then gently bring yourself down to your elbows and rest your head and chest down, or extend your arms and sink deeper. It's up to you. See how you feel. If your hips and knees don't like this, fall into that front buttock, take the pressure off the joints, and then lean forward from there. Okay, so you might want to start here, take a few breaths. And then you might want to just move yourself into the center. And just breathe, allowing that give. So you can just stay here for a few more breaths. If you want to just add a little bit of extra stretch into it, come up onto your hands, bend your back heel, take your back arm around and catch hold of the inside of your foot. And just allow that heel to drive in towards your bottom and then just turn your body back around so your hips and shoulders face forward. You might want to slide your hand over the top of the foot and go deeper. And just continue to let your body weight sink down into your hips. If you want to go even further, drop down to your elbows. We're going to do 3 more breaths wherever you are. And then slowly release the back leg. Come back up onto your hand, tuck your toes under, lift your body weight back up into that downward facing dog. Again, squeezing up through your abs, lifting your hips, extending your spine, pressing strong through your arms, and walking through those feet a few times. Heels down, lift up, take a breath in, look forward. We float the body forward and that back foot comes towards the front hand and the back knee comes towards the back hand. Slide the front leg away. So my heel's pretty much underneath my hip bone here. Lift up tall, take a breath, sink those hips. Remember you can sink into that buttock if you prefer, taking the weight off your joints. And then just lean down over onto your elbows or extend your arms and come flat down, but try and keep the hips level if you can. And just breathe into the stretch. So you can stay here and just continue to breathe for a good 20 seconds or so. We'll come up onto your hands, bend that front leg. The front arm comes around, catches around the foot, driving the heel in towards the bottom, and then turn your hips and shoulders back around. So you're staying equal in the hips, encouraging that thigh stretch. You can come down to your elbows and take 3 more breaths wherever you are. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Take your hips, your weight down into your hips. And your next breath, release the back foot. Come up onto your hands. And then from there, just tuck your toes under, free that leg, keep it bent, and then walk around in the lengthways of your mat. Part your knees. So your knees are sliding equally both sides, and your feet are going to about the same distance as your knees with your toes turned out. You drop down to your elbows. I'm just going to slide myself back a little bit. And then when you're on your elbows, just walk them in a little bit. Push your hips back and down. So if you want to go further, slide the knees out a little bit more. Keep looking towards your feet. Make sure they don't creep in. You want to keep them equal with the hips, with the knees. And then inhale, just keep sinking your hips back. Exhale down, keeping your back as flat as possible. You're just trying to encourage that a little bit more through the breath. It can be quite strong. See if you can walk your elbows a little bit further underneath and push those hips back. 3 more breaths. Now, to come out of this, you just come up onto your hands, close the big toes together, and then push the knees together, and then just release yourself. So just take a couple of breaths, allowing that give. And there is your hip and buttock stretch for today. Enjoy your week, and I look forward to next week's. Bye.